Yes, people. Finally, we have got round to doing an interactive live. Yes, I am a few minutes late. A bit now. Do you know what? I'm a bit later than scheduled, but I had to get one or two things done. But make sure if you're going to be watching this video later on, smash that like button. You get me? Make sure you do subscribe if you are new to the channel. But yeah, man, Crystal Palace nil, Chelsea 1. This is going to be an interactive watch along. Just gonna wait for some more people to join in. But yeah, man, happy with that result. But while we're waiting, you get me. At the minute, I'm just looking at the highlights of the game. I'm just gonna wait for some more people to jump into this thing. You get me? There's what? Four people that's in here now. Yeah, man. Six people that's in here. Yeah, big up the six people that's in here. Make sure you smash the like button when you join in. Yes, Joseph, I see you. I see you. Just gonna wait for a couple more people to jump in before I post the link in the chat. Yeah, man. Let me know what you lot think in the chat. Joey, were you happy? Joseph, sorry. Were you happy with the lineup today, bro? Were you happy with the performance and what you saw? Because I'll be completely honest with you. It was a poor overall performance from Chelsea. It yeah, we've definitely got to see better going forward. But that's definitely why you lot are here. We're gonna be discussing our opinions today. We're going to be discussing Lukaku's performance. We're going to be discussing N'Golo Kante, Kai Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, actually one of the positive ones. We're going to be talking about Malang Sarr as well. We're going to be talking about Kovacic, quite a few plays. There's quite a few talking points that have happened in this game. Definitely what we saw today was not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. You're right, Joseph. Four centre backs did kind, yeah, it did kill us, but but it's the situation that we're in. That's the situation that we're in. We ain't really got the numbers. We didn't hire properly. Do you know what I mean? We didn't do the job properly when we needed to in the summer, and this as a result, this is us suffering. Another thing that I will say is we will be discussing about Thomas Tuchel and whether he should be criticized for A, the lineup, and B, not making changes quick enough, which he has often been criticized for. But we did get the 3 points. You get me? We got the 3 points. Manchester City are playing Tottenham right now. I don't even know what the result is in that. It must be half time or just gone half time by now. But yeah, if you're coming into the chat, make sure you do smash that like button. Make sure you do share. We're on the road to 10,000. You get me? The road is long, but if we chip away every single day, we're gonna be good. You get me? Positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. But yeah, man. I don't know. Should I even just post the link in here? I don't know. Now I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. But big up everybody that was here for the watch along. Joseph, I didn't see you at the watch along. Don't know if you was probably just watching the game, to be fair, busy. I posted like an hour beforehand, letting people know that I was doing a watch along. I only just decided this morning. Antonio Conte there on the pitch, drinking his water, looking stressed. Can Tottenham Hotspur get a result in this game? I know Tottenham, they opened up with the goal. I didn't see who scored, who equalized for Manchester City. Haven't been watching the game, to be fair. So if anybody's been watching it, you can definitely let us know. Guni, shout out for us in Africa. Oh, come on, man. Big up the Africans all day long, fam. Big up everybody. Big up everyone. Yeah, man. With the Phoenix Blues, we've got to big up the Phoenix Blues as well. You get me? Big up America, man. My kids, both Americans, born on that American soil. You know what I mean? So obviously we gotta give our respects to the United States of America. My new home has been for almost 10 years. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love this country. Absolutely love this country. As with every country has its ups and downs, but love being here, man. But yeah, just see it now. Tottenham about to kick off with Manchester City. But yeah, Drake David, where are you from? Which part of Africa are you from? Africa's a big place, my guy. Huge continent, bare countries, cuz. Man, like bend over. Havertz and Pulisic setup was totally wrong by Tuchel. Havertz on the wings looks lost. Absolutely agree. No, 100% agree. Pulisic as well in that midfield. It just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. I thought N'Golo Kante was pretty poor as well. Could have done much better by N'Golo Kante's standard. Is N'Golo Kante on his way out, or do we preserve him for the big games? Just let me know if we should preserve him in the big games. Now, do you know what? I'm getting a bit impatient. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna post the link in the chat. If you lot want to jump in, you can. If you don't, then you don't have to. You get me? We'll just do a normal post match. But yeah, there's the link. Not sure how to pin that. Let me see if I can pin it. Hold on. Guni's still new to all this, so let me see if I can pin this in the chat so when the people can come in, they can just, yeah, there you go, boom, pin message. So right there, anybody that's willing to jump on, the link is there in the chat. Come and give your opinions, whatever questions related to the game. Also, I've put some rules down there. I put some rules down there in the description. You get me? So before you jump on, make sure you read the rules so you know what we're doing. And I already see someone backstage. We got the wrong setup as the background, but Prasanna, how are you doing, my guy?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. First time meeting you, man. The first guest on the show, man. Thank you very much for jumping in. You're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah,
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm in Texas.
You're in Texas. Hey, big up Texas. You are down south, my brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Because I got a few people. I got another brother waiting in the in backstage. We're gonna time it five. We're gonna give it 5 minutes. So let's run through to today's game. Obviously, we
Right.
Crystal Palace 1-0. Let's run through your thoughts, bro. Let's start with your thought with the lineup, the manager. Let it go. Let me know.
In the lineup, I thought was okay because we had Aspie out, we had Mount out, so I think, um, I think we set up in a back three with Pulisic playing wingback. I don't know what's the obsession with Pulisic as a wingback. I'm not exactly sure what Tuchel is trying to do there, but still, just happy we got the win, but there are so many stinkers today. Lukaku dropped a stinker. Pulisic was poor. Havertz was okay. He had moments, but he was okay. Kante was okay. I think that chance in the first half where he was one-on-one, I think he should have scored that. But um, we were actually open quite a few times on the counter attack, and if Palace had any shooting boots on, they would have scored at least one or two.
No, absolutely. And what I will say is we did play with the back four. I know it looked like when you look at it on paper, you thought it would be the back five, but we actually went with 4 centre backs as our back four. And I thought, like, obviously, with that again, it's just playing players in positions that they're not too comfortable. Christensen was playing at the right back position. Malang Sarr, we've seen throughout the season, he has deputized in that left back position, but we know that he's not the long term answer. I thought Kante was poor today by his standards. The question needs to be asked: should we preserve N'Golo Kante for more of the bigger games? Because I think the way he's been managed at Chelsea Football Club has been poor. We haven't given him opportunities to recover from injuries and so on and so forth, and we need to let him do that. I also thought Kai Havertz was poor on that wing. Lost the ball way too easily, struggled to beat his man. Christian Pulisic as well in that midfield, similar situation. He's just losing the ball all the time. But we can't keep going forward like this. Obviously, we've got a cup final coming up against Liverpool.
We've got Lille first on Tuesday.
No, we got little. Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm looking too far. I'm just too excited about the trophies. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've got Lille coming up. But as of today, let's get to some of the positives. I did think Malang Sarr, he played pretty well, to be honest with you. I also felt it's obvious to see Hakim Ziyech is enjoying playing on that right wing, and he's just Hakim Ziyech is an example of what happens when you play a player in his natural position. Do you think that needs to happen a lot more? Do you think Thomas Tuchel now needs to start trusting players in their organic position where when he can do? Because the situation with Lukaku up top, yes, I know, I understand you want to use him, but when he's in the form that he's in, and he only got 6 touches today, one of them being off kickoff, surely he needs
I
to
thought
be
it was
dropped.
7. I read somewhere it was 7.
7, yeah, it might be 7, but I
Wow.
know even still 6, 7, it doesn't make a difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still poor. But what are your thoughts though?
I mean, you can say that basically for every player. I mean, you read basically everywhere that, oh, you should play him in this position. You have to unlock him in this position. And I mean, that's the problem when you have so many players. You can't possibly find one system to unlock every single one of them. And one thing that Ziyech has benefited by having Aspi or Reece James is someone overlaps. I
Yes.
hardly saw any overlaps today by
Mhm.
Christensen. I mean, that's not picking on him. That's just not his position. He was forced to play right back because of the situation where James is out. I think, is James fit to play Lille or next week or?
I doubt it. I think we're going to be looking to bring him back for the cup final. Although, do you know what I will say Christensen did get in behind once, and he played a lovely crossing for Kai Havertz. You remember the header that he played?
That was once.
Yeah, that was
in
what I
second
know.
half.
Yeah, but you see, after that, it was like, mate, you see, you've got the potential to put the balls in. You should do it a little bit more. But unfortunately, we didn't. I hear you. You made a very good point there, man. That lack of wing backs or right backs and left backs who were able to fluently get up and down the field and deliver good balls. It weren't there making the overlaps and stuff like that. Now completely
But can we just say one thing? Thiago Silva.
He never puts a foot in wrong, does he?
And he's 37 years old. I mean, how? I mean, every single week he just keeps getting better every single time. That's just so. Wow, man! I just hope he do. I just hope he just plays us for long. I mean, you can see a leader in Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
we haven't had we. I think now after John Terry, he's probably the leader. What we need, Bob. I think if we can keep, I think we will keep hold of him. I think next season we should definitely go for the league next season, because I think this season, yes, we have the cups to consider, and I think we should just cement 3rd place. Next season, we should definitely go for the league. And yeah, man, as Chelsea fans, we have seen too many shithouse performances, haven't we?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm getting tired of it. No, but yeah, listen, I've got to cut this one short because I've got another person that's waiting for me backstage. But thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, man. I think we've messaged 1 or 2 times in Twitter or Instagram. I think so.
Okay,
you replied as well, so yeah.
Yeah, I tried to reply to everyone, man. But like I said, to find me. I'll respond to you when I've got the time to respond. Thank you very much for joining in, man. Prasanna. Hopefully on the next one you can come and join in again. You get me?
Take care.
All right, man. You too. Let me get the next brother in. Yes, Joseph. I see.
What's good?
Waiting.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. I see you've been waiting backstage. Thank you very much for being so patient, my brother. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Phoenix. I'm Joey Wahibi, the person that's been in every single one of your.
Yes.
Yeah, you're putting a face to the name now.
Yeah, man, putting a face to the name. Big up yourself and big up the Phoenix State, man. Come on. And you've got one of the original Chelsea shirts on as well, bro.
Yeah, I actually won this at one of the Phoenix Blues like games that they had. It was like Liverpool versus Chelsea. The last Liverpool versus Chelsea game, I won it at a raffle. It was pretty dope.
Nah, it's a beautiful prize to win, man. But definitely, we're here to be talking about Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. Obviously, we were the away team. We did shithouse the victory, as Prasanna, the previous caller, quite rightly said. And sometimes you need that. But listen, in the situation that we're in, I saw way too many negatives today. Again, we got away. We got away with it. Zaha could have scored. Elise could have scored. They just both flashed wide off the post. So
hey, Rudy could have scored too. That was
a beautiful shot.
That was a rocket. That was a rocket. I was like, once Guaita came off at halftime, that was also pretty interesting. If you didn't notice, they subbed off their starting keeper for Jack Butland, and then he got megged by Ziyech in the end, which was it was actually picture perfect.
No, but you see, when I saw Guaita come off, in my head I was like, okay, Jack Butland's in. He's not a very good goalkeeper. We surely should be testing the goalkeeper a bit more, and we just weren't doing that. we just weren't doing that. Overall today, I thought it was a poor performance. Am I happy with the 3 points? Of course, but it was definitely a shit house job.
I mean, I feel like there was a lot of situations in that game where we just couldn't get going on our own press, because if you actually look at, I'm not like a giant numbers guy, but if you look at the numbers for just the fouls in the game, it was like wild. It was like 18-3, like on Chelsea. It just turned into like this, just like the ref couldn't get his whistle out of his mouth, and we just couldn't get anything started until Kova came on.
Yeah, absolutely. And when he did come on, he was the one that played that through ball for Lukaku, who was unfortunately offside. But it just goes to show, man, it's just that reluctance to just play the ball forward sometimes instead of just sideways passing, because Kante was doing it. Jorginho was doing it as well. Look, I understand why Jorginho was on the field. I don't think he's a terrible player. He's there to control the possession and the tempo of the game. Don't think he did it very well today, to be honest with you. Kovacic came on, and so did Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But honestly, I felt if he was gonna start any midfield, you start Kovacic today. And in hindsight, I still probably would have started N'Golo Kante. That would have been my personal choice, but he didn't. He switched it up in the end. And it's rightly, like you said, when the sub was made, we did look a lot more bright going forward. Kovacic being positive. I'm not even the biggest fan of him in that number 8 role either, because that final pass is not always there, although he proved it wrong with that lovely through ball for Lukaku.
I have to disagree with you on that, actually. I think he's perfect for the 8. The only thing he's missing for the 8 is his final ball in the 18. Bro. And the shot. It's really more the shot than the final ball than anything for me. It's like, when he gets into the 18-yard box, we're all like, hold your breath, because you really don't know if it's going in, like, at all, right? Like that's the big thing with Kova. It's like you never really know if his shot's going in ever.
Yeah, that's it. It's once in a blue moon. I can't stay too long because I've got someone else also waiting backstage. But just a couple of questions that I did want to ask you.
Absolutely.
In terms of Lukaku, I'm not sure if he's 6 touches or 7 touches he got all game, but it's roughly around that number. Now, is that a cause for concern for you?
It's a cause for concern because I feel like he needs to play himself into the game more.
Yeah.
And when he does, and he gets himself integrated into like the actual counterattack, when he's like getting the ball halfway at the halfway line, or coming back and picking up the ball, because he actually has a decent pass on him when he has time. Like, we've seen it before. He can actually whip a cross in or get a pass off when he has time. So, like, why not come back, have a little bit of like the Harry Kane-ish idea of him, of coming back on occasion to pick up the ball, so you can at least put yourself into the play, because we're taking too long to like even get him the ball. Period. Yep. We're getting him. It's way too long. The ball isn't moving quick enough whatsoever. Like, we are not, and especially obviously Georgie is Georgie, and he slows down the play, and it is what it is, right? We love him for what he can do, but like with Lukaku, like, there's too many times, and this is like the Twitter obvious, like everyone says, oh, he just stands up top and waits. But like if he just played himself into the ball, like, instead of just waiting up there, come into the ball a little bit so he can play himself and create space for other people, because now he's just holding space in that middle. He himself will drag people out no matter what. Like, there has to be someone to guard him. So he's going to have to drag someone out when he comes closer. Oh, Harry Kane, baby. Let's go, Man City. Come on.
He just scored.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, but the whole thing is really Lukaku needs to come into the play. If he's not going to come into the play, like, then he shouldn't be out there, because he's just holding space.
Just lastly, prime example, you just mentioned it, Harry Kane. He drops deep to receive the ball when he's not getting a service up top, but he's technical enough to do so. You get me? Benzema as well, technical enough to do so.
Exactly. That's the idea. It's like, but even if you're not technical enough, bro, it's the fact of the matter is you are dragging someone out of position when you come out of that spot. No matter who, like you are Romelu Lukaku, they have to pull someone out of that position to guard you. And that creates space for others. Like if you actually come to the ball like 90% of the time, like you're supposed to, then space will be created.
No,
and that's
absolutely.
my big thing with Lukaku.
But Joseph, big up yourself, man. Another supporter of this channel. Thank you very much for joining in. We're going to be doing these interactions at least once a week, man. So hopefully
I'll be back, my bro. I'll be back.
Yeah, man. Thanks for joining in. Let me just bring in my next guest. I kept him waiting for a little bit. Hey, sorry for the wait, my brother, but we have finally made it round. How you doing,
How are you,
guy?
sir? I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada, buddy. I've been watching for a bit since you moved from troops and all that. Respect trying to create your own thing, and I respect that. I'm really happy for you. And then I see you with from Eunice as well, which he's been up. What, he's at 100K plus now. Shout out to him. So,
yeah, he's doing.
Yeah, good stuff. But for the game, briefly, before you ask me anything, our attack just is too stressful, man. Like as a matter of defense, when I look at Thiago, Rudiger, Malang Sarr, Christensen, solid, right? Jorginho, forgettable performance. I think N'Golo Kante the same. I would say that he lost a lot of balls today, actually. It was very uncharacteristic in that sense. Pulisic in the 10, I see what he was trying to do, Coach Tuchel, given that like he played in those central areas in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Didn't come off. I felt like Pulisic, his greatest issue I've always felt was his decision in the final third. He makes the wrong pass or doesn't know when to shoot. Like there's always that stutter moment with him, which has always been a bit concerning. And it's ironic because like I coach here in North America, and a lot of players, you have to coach them out of that from a young age. You have to, be direct and all that. And that's something that when I've been fortunate enough to travel to Europe and watch young kids play, that's never something that I notice is a problem at a young age, right? And I can tell that like this is a North American thing, with all due respect to viewers watching at home. But yeah, and then the Lukaku thing, I think it's fair to say that things can be true at the same time. Service is poor, definitely poor. Because how is it that Kovacic comes in, his first pass is straight into Lukaku, and the other 70 minutes, guys aren't finding him, right? So we have to give that argument a fair shake. However, my God, this guy is a tree trunk in a forest. Like, come on, like you can't. You guys have what is it in Scotland? What are those? Do you know those boulders that are like just standing? I forget what is this Stonehenge? Is that
Stonehenge? That's the one.
Yeah. So Lukaku is one of those. Like you can't. So listen, as a number 9, you tell me what you think. As a number 9, it's true that you do have to occupy the center backs, and you try to stay in between them. Cool, but in build-up, that's not actually sufficient. You ought to be in front of one of them, be able to lay off, combine with the number 8 on each side as a means to create overloads maybe on the opposite side, right? Today we didn't have the right back to do it. That's cool. But to just stand in between the whole time, I don't think it's sufficient either, right? To say that there's no service is completely fair. It has to be said. Every time he's making runs quickly in transition, we're not finding him.
Yes,
fair.
true.
But in build-up, Lord have mercy. There was a point in the game, I was telling my dad, there's a point in the game where Havertz plays him a ball, and his feet were just like penguin flat. You know what I mean? Like these ones. He received it left and tried to play right. Oh, it looks so ugly.
Yeah, he gets his feet stuck in the ground, and even it's like you say, these little things from a young age, like staying on your toes before you receive the ball, little things like that. Like you see him, he's just flat-footed, and you just know these little things. The coaches must be telling him this, but he's just not able to shake the habit. I don't know what it is with him, but you're right. I mean, if you're not getting the service at some stage, you got to start dropping deep to receive the ball. Start linking up the attack, drop deep.
Right.
But whether that's in his game, you get me, remains to be seen for Chelsea anyway. This is why Kai Havertz is so good at doing the false 9 role when he's on it. He's constantly dragging players out of position. He's opening up spaces for other players. He's able to read the game, operate the channel well. Like he knows when to make his runs. He knows when to attack. He knows when to step back and be cool. Kai Havertz knows the game. But today, I'll even say this. He disappointed me today. I thought he was poor on that wing. Lost the ball way too easily. He was knocked off the ball easy. Similar problems that we have with him.
Too many fouls as well.
Yeah, that's it. And even in terms of just like that final ball, I'm not going to just single him out. But just too often, time and time again, that final ball, right? It's never good enough. It's either a bad touch or the player's offside. We just don't have that cutting edge in the front in the final third that's consistent, and we need that. We've got and the thing is what we've got the ability, we've got the potential that's there. But what is it that you think that Tuchel needs to address for this to change? Is it something that can happen this season with the remainder of this season, or is this something that we should really come to expect more the new season coming up?
Great question. So, deal with the present before the future. I would say that I watch you and different content creators out there. One of them is Blue Lines TV Nini. I think you know him.
Mm-hmm.
And he made the observation that watching Ziyech, he scored 3 goals in the last 3 games as of today. And he made the observation that playing players in the natural position is the most beneficial thing. And that is an obvious and true statement, but I don't think as a fan base we actually appreciate how real that is. Ziyech has been, I've seen it all in the kind of social media sphere. Like, he has been fantastic since he's been moved into that right wing slot, whether it's a hybrid of the 3-4-3 to 4-4-2-2, whatever. Putting him in that wing position he's just kind of come into his own and played more comfortably. Havertz today, because you mentioned him, on the left, he doesn't seem comfortable. He doesn't seem like those are the kinds of positions he likes to take up. I would have preferred, actually, if Pulisic was on the left and Havertz was in the middle myself, just because you can tell that Havertz is more comfortable in the pockets, turning and just driving, whereas Pulisic is more comfortable in one-on-one situations. So that's one thing I would say. Like, consider how, yes, you have to be tactically sound and you have to make sure you deal with how the opponent will play. That's for sure. Having said that, like, if we pride ourselves on being Chelsea FC and we say that we're now the best team in the world, right, world champions and all that, we do have to back ourselves a bit and be a bit more front-footed and say, okay, let me back up Pulisic on the left if Cho isn't available, as he wasn't today. Let me back someone like Havertz, who we know likes to play that number 10 role, maybe as a second striker. Let me actually back my players and say, okay, do your thing, at least on the offensive side. Let's be tactically sound in these areas, but I trust you in the offensive third to create in your best position, run it. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say. Like, I do think tactical kind of outweighs the individual at the current minute, and the balance can be struck better just as a matter of present. In the future, listen, we know the overhaul that needs to happen, especially in the attack. We've made signings that just don't work. To say that they're bad players, I won't put that energy out there.
Yeah.
But we will have to review what our attack is looking like and what our objective is.
Yeah, because we also have to be fair and remember that this is also down to chopping and changing of managers, and these managers all have different styles, so
100%.
they have different visions of how players are being played. So right now,
100%.
Thomas Tuchel's just dealing with what we call in England the pick and mix. So it's like a sweet shop where that's what it is. But Alec, I can't keep you too long here because I've got somebody else that has been waiting patiently. But thank you so much for joining us. And we're going to be doing this. We're going to try and do this every single week, man. So
I'll try to tune as much as I can.
Yeah, man. If you can just jump on. It was great to have you. Thank you very much.
Take care, man.
Yeah, man. You too. All right. So I've got another person who's been waiting. Kasim, thank you so much for being waiting patiently there, man. I saw you backstage. First of all, where are you from, my guy?
I'm from Yorkshire, bro. Near Leeds.
Yes, you are back home. Big up my UK massive. I will be back there soon, man. But yeah, man, what did you think of today's game, my guy?
It's more like what you've been thinking all season, bro. I mean, I'm sure I went to Monster Channel. I think you were there sometime, but I didn't stay for long. I'm sure you were there. But yeah, man. We've been bored all season, man. I know we won the Champions League, the Club World Cup, and the Super Cup.
Yeah,
man, come on, we've not been playing very well. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm an extra pro, so I know football very well. My son plays for the academy, plays for Hull City. I'm not a big fan of Lukaku. I'm not gonna lie, because his technical ability. He wasn't my first choice, but coming in, and in the media they said he gone to Inter Milan, and he changed. His style of play. He can hold the ball. But listen, his technical ability is not there. You know, he can finish. I'm not gonna lie, but he's not the man for me. That's my opinion. But regarding Chelsea, they're not been playing well. We're getting the results, but a lot of people gas after the Champions League think we're gonna win the league. Uh, I think Man City is a head and shoulder. Man City is miles in the front.
Oh
Don't care
yeah,
about
they are.
today. Yeah, to be fair, I wanted City to win today, not Tottenham, because I don't want Tottenham to creep to that top four, and we still, you know, got what I'm saying. Because I know, like you know, I think City will win the league. I
Mhm.
just wanted City. I wanted Tottenham and Arsenal lose points, so we'd be comfortable in that third place. If you know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So, yeah, man. Uh, Listen, ultimately, I know a lot of people are not gonna like that. I've got my own channel and I always stream and on about it because I'm trying to keep it 100. Sorry, what's your name again, Guni?
It's Guni. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Guni. Yeah. Are you from Scotland, Guni?
Now I'm from London.
Yeah, I was wondering because your accent. When someone said Scotland, I thought you from.
Nah, I'm from London. I'm born and raised in London, bro.
Big up to you, man. I do watch your stream, Guni, with you know, different with Lee with
And I
Monster.
appreciate you,
No,
bro.
I do, I do, I do. I watch you and big up to you with Troops sometime. I saw you a while ago. You in the Super Cup when we won it and you were celebrating and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
when Kepa saved the penalty.
Yeah, that's it. And he was obviously mad because he wanted Chelsea to lose, isn't it? So yeah, no, I think going forward, my opinion is too many players out there. They're not good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club. I know a lot of Chelsea fans don't like to hear it, but look, we're a big club. We're the uh, champion of the world. So we need to keep it 100. I think is I'm not gonna lie, it's not a lot of players there. Average.
Yeah,
To me, Goni, right? I'm not gonna be long because I know you've got a lot of people to talk to. The benchmark to me is Manchester City. In order for us to beat Manchester City to the league, because we could be a cup team, but when it comes to be to the league, you got to be consistent.
yeah,
40 games, week in, week out, you got to do it. We haven't got that on us. Can we go 10 games winning? We don't have that in us, like Liverpool and City. In order, in order for us to reach that level, we've got to get the right players, the right character, not just technically. You got to have the character. Look at, for example, Rudiger, right? I don't know why the board messing about with Rudiger. He's got the aggression, he's got the leadership, right?
hmm
It's been outstanding all last year or year and a half.
I think
So
last season and this season he's been top 5 in the world for me, easy.
absolutely, Gona, I'm not gonna lie. And another thing as well. If Aspies go right, I think Rudiger for me is a captain, without shadow of a doubt. Rudiger for me is a captain. If Aspie go a long term, Chelsea need to give him that big contract, and that's my point. We're missing these characters. If we get these characters, a winning mentality, because sport is a mindset, right?
hmm
And there's a mindset. You have to have the right attitude. 3-1 to Tottenham, bro. 3-1 to Tottenham.
Who scored the third goal?
It's not appearing yet, but it's 3-1 to Tottenham.
Oh, it looks like
It's,
it's Harry Kane. Yeah, it is Harry Kane again.
I'm not happy, mate. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. But listen, yeah. So big up to you, Gunnar, and thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for
No,
having
thank
me.
you very much for joining in. And you
You're
said you
top
got
lad,
a
yeah.
channel.
Top
You
lad.
said you got a channel. Before you go, make
Yes.
sure you plug it in that the people know.
It's QNTV. QNTV, Gunnar.
Yeah, man,
QN
100%. Hey, and for future reference, for people that are watching, if you've got a YouTube
Gunnar,
channel,
Gunnar, listen, Gunnar, listen, bro. I like your attitude, but you know, one day, Gunnar, I'm not gonna be cheeky here. I would love to have you on my channel, Gunnar,
hey,
bro.
bro, it's not a problem. I'm a human being. I love football. There's no platform too big or too small for me, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna try to get you on Twitter, bro. And the big up to you and people. Like I subscribe to your channel, Goni. Like and subscribe, Goni, mate. Top lad. He's a rising star. Big up to you. Thanks for having me,
Thank you,
Goni.
man. Thank you so much
Top
for
guy,
jumping
top
on.
guy.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, it's good to interact with everybody, man. Unfortunately, I just got a message now popped up on my computer that I can't stay on for much longer. I've got something that I've got to take care of quite shortly. Otherwise, I would have taken one or two more of your calls. Apologies to the two people that are waiting in behind. I promise you, what you can do is send me a DM. And for the next interaction, if I see you in, I'm going to put you both first, 100%. You have my word. It's on record. It's on paper. It's on wax. You're definitely going to jump on the next interactions, 100%. But to everybody that's jumped in on the chat, thank you so much. You get me? Do you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to do a pre-upload probably tomorrow to give more of an insight of the game, because really today was just about interacting with you lot and just getting you lots of opinions, man, as that's really what my aim is for the channel this season. But yeah, man, to everybody that's jumped in, thank you very much. And to the people that jumped in on a watch along as well, thank you very much. And make sure you stay tuned tomorrow being Sunday. I'm gonna do another live. You get me? Gonna upload that pre-upload that I promised to upload for you, man. But yeah, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, do two things. One, stay safe, and two, up the Chels. Bless up, people, man.